take, but obviously, you know, we're monitoring him after the game.
Is it just a matter of resting his elbow?
Yeah, that's all it is. So he needs it. So obviously we have a course of action. We have a way of treating him and doing all the things that we need to do with him. We knew playing with it when he was in the game that there would be some residual things after the game that he has to deal with, and that's a normal occurrence. So just make sure we take care of him on this week. And it's a short week for us. So, you know, obviously he doesn't need to push it through the first day. He took all the reps that he needed to take, so he'll be ready to go.
Can you give us any update on Tice?
On Tice, we got some imaging done. Looks like he may be out for a bit, but you know, obviously we've got a plan for him, but how long, I can't tell you that.
New contract, 2 more years for Tyler Snead. He was a leader during the season with all the wide receivers who were not there. What can you say about his work?
Snead has been unbelievable. He's been unbelievable since he stepped in our building a couple years ago. I mean, for the guys that are around us, we know we call him a throwback football player. That kid can do everything on the football field. He blocks, he runs routes, he catches the ball. He's tough as hell. He's played through a lot of things, you know, obviously some unfortunate injuries, but he's continuing to be there for us. He's a big play guy, he's an intermediate guy, but when he's around the box, he blocks people. And that's to be honest with you, that's the thing I think everybody on our team has so much respect for with him, and he's worth everything. I mean, he's a tremendous player, and like I said, he's more of a throwback player because he does all the dirty work that's needed, and with willingness. And so I don't know there's too many things. Throw the ball, he can catch it, he can do just about everything. So, you know, and on top of it, he's punt returned for us and had 2 big punt returns in Calgary when we needed him. So, I mean, ultimately, he's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Very thrilled to have him locked up for a couple of years, but he's earned everything. I mean, that's the bottom line. He's not been given anything. He's earned it from the moment he came to us, fought his way on the practice roster from the first season he was here to get an opportunity to be on the roster. He's never been off it since, unless it's by injury, and so that says a lot.
Is there something that he can't do?
In my opinion, no. I mean, can't grow to 5'8", maybe. That's about it. But that's probably comes to his benefit, to be quite honest with you. The leverage he plays with, he's got leverage on everybody and uses it. But he's just, I can't say enough great things about him. I mean, I think everybody on our team knows how I feel about him because I don't throw the throwback player around too often. I just know that's what it is when I see him play. There's not a lot of players that play like that. You know, whether I say it's at his size or not, because there's big guys that don't play as physical as him either. So he just has a penchant for playing the way he does, and you know, like I said, we count on him for a lot of things that probably go unnoticed, to be quite honest with. From a lot of other people, you notice the catches, you notice the other things, the things he does around the box for us. There aren't too many guys that can do those things.
Coach, you have 5 games left. Divisional matchups, obviously, for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. They are going to be key, but you know, you take them one by one because that's what we need to do. We're focused on. Obviously, this is a big one this week. You know, no one's shying away from that. So, you know, obviously, the things we can control is how hard we work, how much connection we have on this team, and the belief that we have in this team. And I think everyone's excited about. We're going to put a lot of work into earning these each and every day, and ultimately take them one at a time.
Travis Tyson went down early on Saturday night. Stevie Scott, carried the load really well. What can you tell us about this performance, especially in this situation, being the only healthy back?
Exactly. For a couple of years now, we've rotated our backs, and it's because of that. I mean, because it's hard to get every carry in a game and be at 100% throughout a season. So we've always carried 2 backs and give them a break here and there. And I think we've had some damn good backs to do that with. But no question, when a guy goes down the first play and he's not available the rest of the game, I mean, for Stevie to do what he did and carry the whole load and play as well as he did, it was tremendous. And blocking was on point as well. You know, I can't say enough good things about him because his season, he came into camp probably in as good a shape as anybody on our football team and had a little setback with an injury, had to fight his way back onto the roster, off the roster, you know, and he's continued to just work and be a great teammate and be ready for us. And ultimately, at the time we needed him the most, he was most ready. And so I have a lot of respect for him.
Sorry, do you wish you might have played him a little sooner now?
Well, you know, you say that, and then why would I do that? These guys earned their spots. They earned their opportunities. Tice earned his opportunity. Had it was the starter for a reason as well. You know, we believe everybody that's on our roster. Exactly what happened is what we believe in. A guy goes down, a guy steps up and does that job. You're not here for any other reason than that. So, you know, but there is a guy that gets the first opportunity and he earns that opportunity. So now Stevie's earned that first opportunity. So I don't look at it in those terms. You know, they all earned their way on our team.
Can you, going back on that win against the Riders, we know how much you believe in your guys, but as much as you believe in them, must have been satisfying or relieving that this win finally came after 5 losses?
Yeah, what I'll say is proud. I'm proud of the effort that we did over 5 weeks, sticking together. You know, nobody pointing a finger, continue to come out here to work and believe in each other, and knowing, you know, great football was ahead of us. You know, we were just learning a lot of lessons we needed to learn, getting a lot of guys experience, but ultimately not playing our best, and that's part of the reason we were losing those games. We needed to play better, and ultimately it all came together. But that doesn't just happen. That happens from a lot of hard work and belief in each other, and that's just what I saw. I mean, last week you're asking me the questions about, you know, what does an attitude look like when you're a 5-game losing streak? Well, does it look any different out here today after winning one? It doesn't. These guys look and care about each other and effort the same. Whether you're winning or losing, that's what they care about, and it shows. And so, yes, very proud of our performance last week, but it's one game. And so, like I've said before, that game's done, now it's on to this one. So it didn't help us or hurt us. It's just now we got to go on to the next one.
Can we pick your brain on the decisions to remove Oakman and Lemon from the lineup? Is it something you saw against the last games? Or?
Part of the thing with Oak was a rotation, and then with you know, similar reasons with Cole Speaker not in the lineup. It's a ratio thing at some point, and that was more than anything with some of the decisions we made on our roster last week. Some of it was that. So, but Oak was more of a rotation. I'd like to see more of inside. We've got 4 guys I know can play. We don't need to rely on somebody to play every single game when we have that, and we can only play a number of them. But, you know, with Sean and a guy like Cole, you know, ratio comes into what we did with the injuries to Sean last week. So we had, you know, a lot of movement on our roster, and we had to make some tough decisions. 2 guys that I believe in that I know can impact our lineup when they're in. But ultimately, they're great teammates. They worked hard all week, gave us some really good looks, and they'll be ready to go the next time their number's called.
The O-line has been playing at a better level lately. I believe the O-line was challenged to do better.
No question it was. It was question coming off the bye. We identified there's things that we could be doing better, and it started with us as coaches. We said we can be coaching these guys better and differently, and the expectation needs to come from us, and the work needs to come from us. The things that we need to work on need to come from us, and then it's to the players. It's up to the players to go out and execute it. But they also needed to believe and understand what we were doing wasn't good enough, and they've taken that as a challenge, and I love it, because you watch our practice and you watch the guys that are putting in the work. The O-line's putting in the work to get better, but it needed to be identified by us as coaches to say, what are we going to work on specifically? What do we need to teach these guys better? Because it wasn't all on them. I don't think we were doing a good enough job of that, and now we are, and now we've identified those things, and those guys have taken it to heart, and they're working so well together. The communication's great, the ability to work up to people, the ability to finish people, the physicality that we need to play with is there. And I'm very proud of that unit and the way they've responded. And that's going to be a continuing thing. We've set the standard now. Now it's about continuing to do that week in, week out, because that's when you win football games, you got to win it in the trenches. And they're a big part of that.
Is it a game that could become that win?
Say that again?
Is it a game that could become like pivotal or change the way your season was going? That win in Regina last week?
Well, I mean, I think that'll remain to be seen, right? I mean, I think a win like that can reset things and make you, you know, feel better, I guess, about the work you're putting in, because at some point you need to see results. You know, what I love, though, is, again, like I harp on, you couldn't tell by this practice whether we won that game or lost that game. I mean, because it looked the same as a 5-game losing streak the last 5 weeks, the effort. But no question, when you have an opportunity to go out and play a team that has the best record in the league, for you to go out and win on the road and do that with all that on you pressure-wise, that says something about what we're made of, and the strength of this football team, the mental strength, the physical strength that we have on it. And so it's nice to see that get verified once again, because it was there early in the season and we kind of lost it for a bit. But regaining that form is what you need down the stretch too. I mean, you need to be playing your best football the last weeks of the season to give yourself a chance. And I love to see the direction we're going now from here.
Is it the kind of performance you were looking for, to bring with you when you signed, when you got traded here, and you were confirmed as, the heir apparent when Alexander fell? And is it the kind? I mean, you're not expecting 280 yards every week, but is it the kind of game you were hoping to show?
Yeah, for sure. It was good to see this whole offense come back, and for the 5 weeks that we've been going through it, and everyone's been working so hard. It was a collective effort, and the team around me made it easy. I was just riding their shoulders, but absolutely, it felt good to be a part of that victory and get this team back on track and stacking them up. Right, one doesn't mean anything if you're not growing, and that's what we do. We put the work in to grow to be the best team at the end of the season. So just one step in the right direction.
Has the elbow suffered from that performance, or as the test been passed?
It'll be fine Friday. It'll be ready to go. So I'm glad it felt good out there. That it was a little moist, but the grip was good all night, which was really awesome to have a good grip on the ball. That's what I live for as a quarterback. So.
Obviously, the divisional wins are going to be important now. You won in the West, but these games are going to be key starting this Friday.
I mean, this is huge, right? They're right below us in the standings. This is the backstretch push. If you want to play playoff football, you got to beat the teams in your division. So it's a huge one there Friday night, and I know they want it. I know they're going to come out with everything they got, so we got to match them.
Player of the week, what does that mean to you?
Nothing. I mean, it felt good to come through and play with these guys, but like I said, it was a total offensive effort. I mean, they made it easy on me. They were running unbelievable routes. The protection was astounding, and the way Stevie toted that rock was beautiful. So it really is a reflection of the offense as a whole. It's not necessarily my terrific play. It's them making me look good.
Might sound cliche, but because of all the season has been and the record you got, does it feel like every games you still have left are playoff games now?
Yeah, and that's a good thing, right? In some way you want to be playing better and scratching and clawing to improve each week going down this stretch. So yeah, every game from here on out we see as a playoff game. If we can stack them up, get on a streak, and go into the playoffs hot, we think that we're a dangerous team to be reckoned with. So like I said, it was just one step in the right direction. If you don't follow that up with another step, it's a wasted cause. So we're just trying to play good football, improve this week, have a good week of practice, and then go out and play a good opponent on Friday.
How happy you are to stick around for a couple more years?
I'm super excited, super blessed just to be here for another 2 years. I said I love this team, I love this organization, and I love the fans. I think we got the best fans in the world. So just happy to be here for another 2 years and excited to get to work.
How did it all come about? Was it your side? Was it their side? Who made the first approach?
Yeah, I think just a little bit of both. We both knew what we wanted to try and get done, and I wanted to stay here, and I was trying to get something done here, and yeah, I'm just glad we came to terms and we figured something out because I just love being here. I love the guys. I love what we've built for the past 3 years, and I'm excited to add another 2 onto it.
What was the reaction in the dressing room when everybody found out?
I'm pretty excited. I mean, guys were excited. Talked to a couple of them, first, and kind of, told them the news. Today I'll probably break it a little more to everybody. But yeah, I mean, I was super excited being able to call my family and everything and tell them, and then being able to call my agent, and then it happened on my dad's birthday, so that was a big plus too. So I got to call him, and we got to share a little moment, and he was proud. So it was really exciting for me.
If you compare when you arrive, are you considering maybe Montreal more a second home now for you? Or?
Oh yeah, well I said this 3 years now. You could almost say I've been up here more than I've been back home. So second home, first home, depends on how you take it. But no, it's always nice being up here for the 6 months, and then I'll go back home for the off season and whatnot. But I've kind of just fell in love with Montreal, with the city, and then just everything up here about this organization, about the guys that they've brought into the organization and my teammates. So I just am super excited and blessed.
You put up great numbers in this league. You could have run out this contract and elect, for free agency and try your luck on the market. What made you decide to sign that contract extension?
I mean, really, just a lot of things that fell into place. But like I said, I love this organization. I love Danny and everybody up there that. They've kind of taken care of me since I've been here since day one, and they're the ones who gave me my first opportunity in this league. So, I'm just I want to give them everything I got. And like I said, I wanted to be here, and I wanted to try and get something done here first. And so I'm glad we did, and I can't wait to give Montreal and Danny and everybody in this organization everything I have for the next 2 years.
One thing who is important for the athletes is to have a kind of stability that it's not often the case when you are younger. Now, do you think that you were at a moment of your career that you need stability, stay with the same team was important for you?
I mean, yeah, just because this team, like I said, to me, this team is everything. You know, in 23, the way I came in, and you know, we ended up winning the whole thing, the Grey Cup, and then you know, last year had a good year, and I felt like we built off 23, and so it's always, I feel like every year has been like this, and you know, I wanted to be here and I wanted to stay here, and you know, stability is kind of a funny thing. Like, it's definitely nice to have, but you know, I think in this kind of profession, you get used to almost not relying on it. But it's definitely a good feeling to know that I'm here and I'm extended for the next 2 years, and I'm super excited about it.
Are you dreaming of a few more Grey Cups with Montreal?
Oh yes, sir. I am. 2 more years, 3 now. This year and then the next 2. Hopefully that would be the goal. But I am excited, and I think we got the guys and the team to do it. So.
Through your mind after the opening play Saturday night?
First, I was feeling down at first, seeing my brother go down, but I knew right then and there it's next man up. So I knew now I have to step up and be the player I am to help my team try to get this road victory.
Who is the player that you are?
To me, I'm a playmaker. At the end of the day, I go out there and make plays for my team whenever my number is called. And I'm just a team player that the team could depend on.
How tough has it been not getting an opportunity before now, like a legit opportunity?
You know, it comes with the game of football. It helps build mental toughness and build you as a person on the outside world. You know, it helps you build yourself as a man, as a person, and make better decisions and keep your mental strong. And I feel like that's all I've been dealing with this season, just staying positive and being a great teammate for my teammates, and just being the guy that my teammates can lean on and talk to whenever things are going bad or going good.
How would you describe your style, and why is it so difficult to bring you down?
I would describe my style just a balanced back that has power, shiftiness, a little bit of everything, to be honest. I have a lot in my bag that I have to pull out. So, you know, I just getting comfortable with the game and being able to go out there and make the plays, and my O-line creating holes for me, it'll bring the best abilities out.
How much of the fact that you had to carry the load by yourself, you know, helped you to get into a rhythm? You know, like we saw the Stevie Scott that we saw during preseason.
Well, I loved it. To be honest, I loved it. I love being a guy the team can lean on, and being that guy that could get the game going, get the guys going, just so people could feed off of me and I feed off of them. So being able to carry the load for my team was a great feeling, and I hope that I was able to show everybody that, you know, I'm a guy that could carry the load and help the team when we need it.
Yeah, things change quickly, you know, professional football, as you know. Now you might be the guy, you know, for the remaining of the season. How's that setting, you know, with you? You know, a few weeks ago, you know, you're still out of the lineup. Now you might be the guy.
Well, you know, it's always a good feeling. It's a blessing at the end of the day. I just have to stay humble with it and still do my job at the end of the day, which is protect the quarterback, run the ball hard, and be a good team player. And whenever my name is called, be able to come out here and make plays and perform to my best ability.
How does a pro player remain patient when he's not playing?
It comes with professional ball. You know, if you don't know how to remain patient, this is not the sport for you, because all sports come with patience. Patience is a virtue, and I feel like if you got patience, I feel like God will take care of the rest. It's all God's timing.
What do you think you showed management and the coaches on Saturday then?
I feel like I showed the coaches that I'm always ready and I'm prepared any moment. Whenever 8 number is called, 8 is going to come out here and make a play, give us a play to give us a chance to win this game. And I feel like that's what I showed my best ability of.
And how did it feel to have this type of game in this type of setting? You know, going to Regina, the Riders have the best record in the league. That was a big win for you guys after losing 5 in a row. So.
Love it. Love the big games. Love the road games, especially a rainy game. I already kind of had a feeling it was going to be a run the ball type of game with the rain, so I was already preparing myself mentally, heavy load. And just to be able to go on the road against Saskatchewan, best team with the record in the league, it was a great feeling just to go out there and just play our Alouette football and come out there with toughness, mental toughness, and just do what we know what we're capable of doing. You know, we've been doing this since the beginning of training camp all the way to now, so we always knew what we were, And it was great just to find our confidence back in ourselves.
So what are you and what is Alouette football?
Alouette football is Alouette toughness and ability. So if you got Alouette toughness and ability, you can play here. If you don't got none of that, you have no business here. So we're going to come out here and make plays, perform to our best ability, and do what we do.